Hi guys, so I'm here with my June fan mail box, which just arrived, so I'm very excited about this. But first, before I open this box and get started on it, I just wanted to do an update to my last video when I told you about the previous shirt I got in April that had the hole in it. I actually heard back from Fanmail. They contacted me and were like, hey, let us know and we'll get you a replacement shirt. Sorry about it. So it's really awesome customer service. So I just wanted to give them the shout out for that because I thought that was pretty awesome because I didn't even contact them directly. Like they saw my video and then contacted me and were like, we're so sorry this happened to you. So I think that's pretty awesome that they went out of their way to make sure that I had a good experience. So that's pretty awesome. And as you can see, I'm wearing my P3 shirt from their last box. So I haven't had any issues with the shirt yet so far, so I do think it was just a one-time thing, just something that sometimes happens, but it's still really cool that they want to fix it for me. So that's pretty awesome. So now for the box. I'm very excited because this theme for this one was anniversary, so they were saying it was going to have some of their favorite fandoms in the box. And I went ahead and loosened it because, again, this is the most well-packaged box I've met in my life. So I finally managed to cut it so I can open it like a regular box for once. So here we are. And so the first thing you see is a little note. Then instead of, usually they do like a print on the other side because then it details what comes in it, but instead it's a little note thanking you for the great year because they started this a year ago, which is why this is anniversary. And just kind of giving another explanation of it. And I think it's a really sweet little personal note to put in there. So I like the little touches they throw into this. I really do. So to start, first thing's the t-shirt. And it's a white t-shirt, which I'm not hugely a fan of just because white things do not last well around me because I always seem to spill or something. But, before I drop anything else, let's see what it is. Da 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 da. Sorry. I'm like dropping everything right now. There we go. That's better. So that is the shirt. And it is a Daredevil shirt, but it has Daredevil, the Punisher, and I do not know. I feel really bad. I can't place who that is. I don't know if y'all can. I assume she's in the TV show. I'm assuming. So I think it's a cool shirt. It's a really nice shirt, but like I said before, when I got one in one of the other boxes, I got the other Daredevil shirt. I haven't really gotten into the show yet, so I'm not a huge Daredevil fan. I did end up studying his comic book actually in one of my classes though, one of the Daredevil comics. So I do know that about Daredevil, so I think it's a cool shirt. I'm not overly fan, not as much as I love the past two shirts. This one is okay for me. I don't hate it. I'm not a fan though. So it's not, and it's more not just that it's not my fandom, but I'm not a fan of the white and red. I'm not a fan of the coloring scheme. I don't think it looks that great. I don't know. Maybe it's a Daredevil thing. I don't really like the coloring, and again, I just don't really like white shirts in general. So there's that. And now, oh my god, it's a little book called Fangirls Rule the World. Quirk's Best Geek Girl Book. So, alright, so it's 25 innovators, inventions, and inventors and trailblazers who changed history. So, oh wow. So it's talking all about how fangirls have helped the world. That's actually really cool. It's like, it's a little short book. It's only like, yeah, it's less than 100 pages, but I still think that's cute. Like, it's a really neat little thing to get. And they have other books such as The Fangirl's Guide to the Galaxy, Wonder Women, and Crafting with Feminism. So I think that's a pretty neat book. I've never even heard of this series, and now I'm going to have to go look up the other books in it. So that's a neat little addition. I like that. And again, like I said before, I do like how they throw in the book stuff in here because I am a big, giant nerd. As well as geek, so. Oh, and then next we have, this is looking Game of Thronesy. Maybe? I don't know, it's a dragon. I'm at the point now where like, whenever it seems like dragon gets mentioned, the very next words are like Game of Thrones related, so I just like instantly assume dragon. I see a dragon, it's Game of Thrones now. I still don't even watch the show, though my friends are kind of like, you should really come watch it, so I think I'll probably fall eventually. Maybe. We'll see how the next season goes. Alright, so it's got this cool little open it. I do like the presentation. What is it? So is it just the, oh, it's shiny. Yep, so it's just the wallet, or not really a wallet. I don't know what you call that. Envelope? Oh, there's something said. So it's a little like faux leather envelope with a dragon on it. That's actually pretty cute. I like that. If I could put it back. There. I still can't. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it for now. I'll figure it out later. That's a cute little. That's the one thing I really like about fan mail is they seem to pull stuff out that I don't see other people doing. So pros and cons to that, but I really like it. Next up, what? No! It's an X-Men! I'm so excited. So it's an X-Men keychain, and it has, ooh, as I rip open, oh, I guess I'm not gonna open that nicely. As I open it, it's a nice little metal keychain with the logo, or the motto, sorry, his little saying the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, and then the first class underneath. So that's pretty neat, and it's got the giant marble on the back. I really like that. I am a big X-Men fan, and it's a really nice keychain. Like, it's pretty sturdy, and it's nice, and I love the coloring on it, like the burnished, I don't know. So that's really neat. I like that. I do know some people complain about getting a lot of keychains. I'm more of the bring it on kind of group, as long as they're cool keychains. So I got the Hermione pop one, which is actually now on my keys, and so now I have this one. So I feel like I'm gonna have to start like switching them out on my keys, otherwise my keys are gonna like weigh 1,000,001 pounds with all the keychains I keep putting on it. So next up we have, is this what I think it is? Is this the, I think that's supposed to reference the Weasleys maybe? I don't know, maybe that's just me. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Okay. Well, it was a nice key. I'm thinking this is supposed to be the Sorcerer's Stone, if I'm not mistaken. And it comes in a nice, and I think it's supposed to be the Weasleys, unless I'm totally just mixing fandoms, but that's what I think it is. Well, it broke off. Hopefully I can get that back on. I'm not even sure how it broke, but it did. But oh well. So I'll fix that later and use it. But, and that's, yeah, so that's like plastic. I think that's cute. I kind of would have liked if it was something that, like, I don't know, if it was like, not necessarily heavier, but not plastic. Cause, I don't know. I mean, it's a nice little thing, but it makes it feel a little more, like gaudier, I guess. That it's just like, you know, really, like not cheap plastic, but like you can tell it's obviously plastic and fake. But I don't mind it actually. I think I definitely would wear it, especially if I did dress up as one of them. I would just wear it, or just wear it for fun. So I would do that. The chain's really nice though. I do like the chain. It's an odd combination between like the plastic stone and the really nice chain. So, oh well. And I do really like this. I do like the little drawstring bag, if I can speak. Next up we have ovaries before broveries. I can't even. I'm guessing this was like, is it, I'm thinking it's a decal or something. I don't even know. I just can't even. We're not going to talk about that. I've never heard of that. Like, I've heard of, you know, the chicks before, you know, and all the other stuff they do. That one's actually pretty funny though. So that one's new. Next up, we have a print. Let's see if I can open it. So I think it's just, oh no, hang on. Say what? Ooh, it's a set of prints. And it looks like Archie. It says on one of them, it's Archie Comics variant cover, Betty and versus Veronica. So I'm thinking that's them. Well, that one got kind of damaged a bit at the top. Not too bad. So it's all the different prints of Betty and Veronica. So that's pretty neat. I think that's pretty cool because, again, like, Archie Comics probably some of the original comics I ever read. So I do like that. Then finally we have a Don't Panic towel. So that's the towel. That's pretty cute. I like that too. Though I'm not sure how I feel about, yeah, that's not, The towel, like, I don't know if you can see that, but like it's coming off. The lettering is already coming off just like this. So I would be scared to use this and wash it because I'd be afraid like it would all come off. Like I can feel how it's not, like it doesn't seem on that well. So I don't know how well that would last. So, alright, so that's the box. So that is the anniversary box. I wasn't overly impressed. I definitely was much more excited for this box than it ended up like after excitement, I guess. So leading into it, I was super excited, and then afterwards I'm just kind of like, okay. And it turns out, like, it has, like I said on the card, it's from Merlin. It's a Merlin coin purse, and I finally managed to get it back on. So there's that. So I was wrong about that one. And it says, like, the shirt was exclusive design, and yep, it was a Harry Potter themed necklace. Betty Veronica. Oh, and the decal was from Parks and Recreation. I'm like, I knew that sounded vaguely familiar, the quote, because I remembered hearing, like, someone had said it to me, and I just thought they made it up. And so then when I saw it, I was like, I don't really remember this being something. But now that they've said it, I'm like, I could totally see this being a thing in Parks and Rec. So there was that, and then the Don't Panic was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Like I said, I thought it was a pretty, and it's really weird. They don't list the book on here. Like, I don't know what they keep throwing, like, I don't know if they're just extras or what, but they don't, like, count them, I guess, on their card and stuff. So, but I think that was actually, it's really weird because it's like, it's not on the card, but that's probably, like, one of the things I'm most excited about getting. I really like the keychain, and I mean, the towel and the other stuff are really cool, but again, like I said, like, for the towel, it doesn't look like it would last very long, just because it looks like it's already peeling off now, so I'd be terrified to wash it or use the towel. And it's kind of like, that's half the reason you get a towel with your fandom is so you use it. And it's funny because you can have it laying around your house and someone can be like, you know, they walk in your kitchen, it's hanging over, you know, on your stove, and they see that and they're like, oh, you know, if they know, they get it. If not, they're just like, that's cool. But if they get it, it's just like, oh, that fandom moment when you're just like, we just totally connected because you just recognized my fandom. You know, but I would be terrified to use that because I'd be afraid it would just keep peeling off every time I washed it or used it for anything. So, a bit of a bummer there. It's a kind of an awkward-ish size. I don't know, I guess it's slightly smaller than most dish towels and like hand towels even, so I guess that was kind of a little weird. But like I said, it didn't look like the best constructed. And like I said, like the necklace broke when I got it. You know, like the second I pulled it out, it broke off. Like, hopefully I can fix it and it's not a problem. But still, I definitely like the coin purse is pretty nice. And like, yeah, and it's Betty and Veronica postcards, so you can use them as postcards if you want. Or use them as prints, which is what I would have used them as. Overall, I don't know. When they were saying it, they're like their favorite fandoms and talking about it, because they just did a thing where they were like, you know, our most requested box is some of our best fandoms, and they had a whole list in like almost every single, like, okay, not almost every single, but a bunch of my fandoms were on there. You know, they did Arrow, they did Supernatural, they did Doctor Who, and they were talking about them all, and so I was kind of like, I don't know, I figured since there's been a lot of that stuff in the past and I've heard a lot about it, I was kind of expecting stuff from those fandoms. So while, like, most of the fandoms here aren't really huge fandoms of mine. I mean, Harry Potter, definitely, and X-Men, yes. And I did like Hitchhiker's Guide, but, like, the other four are not, like, I liked Archie comics, but I'm not a diehard fan. I mean, they were fine. You know, I read them for fun. And again, like the t-shirt, I'm not really a fan. So, all in all, I think this box is a bit of a miss for me. Like, I really hate to say that, because I really love their previous boxes, and the gals who run it, you know, who do, Fanmail seem pretty cool. Like, they seem like really cool gals, and I really wanted to love it, and I was very excited for it. It just didn't deliver for me, and I'm kind of bummed about it, because, I don't know, I just thought it'd be really cool, and I'd love it, and I don't. And I feel horrible, especially because they're taking a break from their July box, so now it's like, I can't even be like, oh, maybe next month we'll make up for it, because there is no next month, and I don't know what August's theme is yet. So, I don't know. I'm kind of bummed. I wanted to be wowed. I really did. And I think maybe that's part of the problem, is I had really high expectations for it. but I think that like that shouldn't be a problem considering they delivered. So I guess, I don't know, I will see how August goes. Really just want to chalk it up to being like, the one miss. It's like you can't always win them all. Sometimes you lose. So I guess I'll just put this down as one of their losses and hope that next time that for August it gets a lot better. And it's not just, and I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's because it's not your fandoms. And yes, that's part of it, but it's also the stuff I got. It's not just the fandoms I have a problem with. It's the t-shirt doesn't, I'm not a huge fan of the design or the coloring on it. I'm really not. I mean, you could have put Daredevil, or not Daredevil, you could have put Deadpool on it, and I still would have been like, I'm not a huge fan of the coloring. And it wasn't just that, but it was the construction of some materials. I mean, the necklace, the second I took it out, it broke. And even if I do fix the necklace, what's going to say it's not going to break if I ever wear it? So even if I wear the necklace, I'm wearing it out with the potential of it might break and fall, and I might not notice, and then I would just lose it. And what's the other option? Oh, never wear it? Well, what's the point of getting a necklace that you can never wear? So, and then the towel, I would love to use it. I would love to hang that in my kitchen. And if people walk through my kitchen and my roommates and they see it and they get it, if they recognize it, But again, I'm afraid if I use it, it's going to be constantly peeling off. So it's not just my issue. I don't have, if it was just, I didn't like the fandoms, that's on me, okay? Because I took the chance. But it's the fact that not just the fandoms, but even the material, the stuff, and then the postcards. One of the postcards was damaged on the top. So it's there were 3 things in here that were kind of damaged, and the Marvel one looked like it had a scratch on the back, but it wasn't that bad, so I just didn't, besides, I was more concerned with the design on the front, and I guess that's my issue, is it's kind of it's not just the fandom stuff. If it was just that, which, yes, that's part of my disappointment, is that, the fandoms they had been hinting at were not really included. Because that's the thing, they'd kind of been dropping hints and, mentioning some of them. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I got the idea that they were including some of these other fandoms that they were, had been talking about that they've done over the past. Because they're we're revisiting some of our favorite fandoms from the past, and we're doing this. And they talked, and, Supernatural got mentioned, like I said, and even, I felt like that had happened, so I had kind of felt like I was going to get something from those fandoms, too. And then I didn't. So I guess it's part of, I felt kind of it was not necessarily false advertising, but I felt led into a different direction, which again, led to me having really high expectations for this box that did not match up. And then, so it's kind of a combination of that, let down from what I thought I was going to get and what didn't end up happening, and the fact that I got 3 or 4 items that were damaged in some way or that broke. So I don't know how I feel about this. I'm just, again, I just want to chalk it up to they just had a miss on this box. Things have just gotten crazy, and because usually they're pretty good. They're really quality boxes, they're great, and I just felt like this one wasn't. And I'm really bummed about that, because this was I had fallen in love with this company. You don't understand. I mean, you could hear me squealing on all my other reviews for Fanmail. This, I was super excited. And I've been super excited about this box, and I was really excited about, it's these two geeks, these 2 awesome geek girls putting this together. 4 girls, by women, for women, really awesome, celebrating fandoms that other people don't really always celebrate. Some of them, Charmed, and I was excited for that, and I liked that, and it's just, I don't know, and I kind of bummed that I have this bad, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth almost, and I feel really bummed about this because they're not coming back in July, so I have to wait with this this expectation of let down, and now I have to wait 2 more months to see if they're gonna fix it, I guess, in my mind. So I don't know. I'm kind of bummed. I'm really kind of bummed because I had high hopes, and I kind of got disappointed. Even if it was, if it had been all my favorite fandoms and stuff broke, I wouldn't have been this down. but it's like, it's a combination of, it just didn't seem to be a great box put together, especially with what they were hinting at, and the construction and the materials, and even like some of the stuff I got didn't seem that cool. I don't know, not really that cool, but just not like, it doesn't match up to their other boxes, which I'm kind of bummed about, because I thought out of all the boxes that would kick, like, you know, would totally be kick-ass, you would expect their anniversary box to be like their best box, and they have been saying like, this can be our best box ever, and to me I feel like it's their worst box. And I think that's just the crux of my problem with it, is I felt like it was, they were saying one thing and I was expecting it to be this, and it turned out to be the exact opposite. So I think I will, you know, because they've had 2 good boxes, I think I'll stick it out for August. That might change. I will definitely have to like think on this, you know, and debate on it, because I mean, again, I had 2 really great boxes, but then this happened, and that they were like saying this was going to be their best box ever, and it really didn't deliver. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I'm hoping. I kind of want to stay with August, just because I want to like fix this. Like, I want to fix this in my head, and you know, go back to that, like, that feeling I had when I opened the April box, you know, or when I opened the May box, you know, that I want that feeling back. I want that feeling when the Magical Mystery or This Means War, I want that back. And Anniversary just did not deliver, and I really felt it should have. And I'm sorry that this turned into a very long video, but I really wanted more from it. I really had. And I'm really bummed that it didn't turn out that way. So I'm very sorry that this kind of took a very different turn than I was planning, but again, you can't always foresee how these go. That's the whole point of unboxing something on camera. So I don't know. So, well, we'll leave it off from here. I'm sorry if this, I wanted to end this on a really happy note, and I thought this is where it was going to go when I started this video, and I'm really sorry that it didn't. So I'll try to end it somewhat happy. Hey, my hair's green. I don't know about how, I don't know, it's really random, but alright, well, I'll just say goodbye to y'all. I don't have anything. Like, I don't know what to do from here. Like, I'm just kind of, okay.